to episode number 4 of the Cassandra and Emily Die of Dysentery road trip video blog. This time, we're in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
It's been a very long day.
This is our friend Lewis.
Hello. Thanks for being here.
We drove for 15 hours today, and we wanted to
You
make
drove
sure.
for like 17 hours today, right? Did I do the math proper?
I mean,
We stopped in an Applebee's.
You've been traveling for 17 hours.
Okay.
yeah, because we lost an hour.
Also
so.
add 3 because you went to Applebee's.
Yeah, the guy didn't bring us water for like 30 minutes. It was a new Applebee's.
Did
So
you
I
watch
don't
the
think-
news? There's a shortage everywhere.
Of water?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's somewhere that they're like, we might be off water for 5 days, just so you know.
Do you think that they were hoping that we wouldn't remember that we were thirsty? But then there were places along the highway in Montana and North Dakota that were like super flooded.
Oh, really?
But there was also a forest fire. We drove past a fire. They were like scooping water from a river with a helicopter with a bucket. Or dumping it on the
Yeah,
fire.
we saw that in Montana. It was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah,
I
and
just
we
went to
also
work.
well, that was yesterday.
Right.
Today was slightly less eventful in terms of natural disasters. Also yesterday we saw a herd of elk, just chilling, eating food, being really cute. We drove past the dinosaur museum and could not stop because we had no time.
But they had like a fake dinosaur like bursting out of a wall. And it was all fake broken. It was amazing looking.
It was like the T-Rex in the stance that they realized it does not use at all. Because they thought T-Rex were up like this and really they're down, like hovering over the ground like that.
Right.
Like they're playing basketball or something. I don't know. They have such tiny hands. What could they possibly be doing?
T-ball.
T-ball. Imagine. Oh my
I feel like
god.
you would knock the tea over a lot and get frustrated.
If the next time I see you, you have a tattoo of a T-Rex playing T-ball.
I don't know if I would ever get a dinosaur tattoo.
I don't think I would.
Yeah. If I got a dinosaur tattoo, it would be of like an aquatic dinosaur. Because I think those are way cooler. The Kronosaurus, which is an ancestor of either crocodiles or alligators.
It's like one of those big
The one with the huge long snout and the needle teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, he's so creepy.
Yeah.
But like, how vicious would that be if you like had it on your arm or like right here? Like something
Chest
crazy.
rocker.
I mean, I can't ever get a chest piece because I have like this.
I know, I've got the same thing going on.
No, but I don't want one. I like my collarbone
no,
fine.
no, neither do I. Absolutely.
I'll have to show you Derek's. My boyfriend just got a huge one. Yeah, it's an eagle. It came out really well.
It's on Facebook.
I think it is on Facebook.
I'll check his Facebook.
Okay. Speaking of eagles, I finished this Andy Warhol's memoir of the 60s today while we were driving, and there's this one part where a girl is driving them through the desert in Arizona and just drives directly into a bald eagle that's like flying. And she like pulls over the van that they're in and gets out and picks up this like bald eagle and brings it on the bus. And they're all like, what did you do? And she's like, the eagle attacked the bus. And they're all like, alright, cool, Vera, like, whatever. And then so she insists on taking it to a taxidermy place because she wants to get it stuffed. And the guy calls the cops on her because it's an endangered species. And she's like, well, I hit it with a car, like, it's not my fault. And they were like, well, we still need to confiscate it. She was so mad. And like, of course that happened.
A friend of mine had like a great horned owl in the garage, just like drop over dead. It's like last time I saw it, she had it in a box, and she's like, I don't know what to do. And I like called somebody and tried to sell it to him, but he wasn't interested.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's beautiful
I'm sure.
and dead.
And dead, decomposing.
No, I mean,
Did she put it in the freezer?
no, it was fairly cold at that point.
Okay.
You know, so yes, it's Minnesota.
Sort of. It was in Minnesota, so it was technically in a freezer.
Yes. I'm glad you've been here all of 10 minutes and you understand what's going on.
Oh, I know. I have cousins here. There's actually a whole branch of my family that lives in Minnesota.
I'm getting that, but everybody who passes through. Steph just comes through and she's got a whole branch of family that lives in.
My grandma's like, why aren't you visiting any of your relatives on this road trip? And I was like, which ones? There's like hundreds of them. She's like, well, she's like, you have family in Seattle, you should see them when you go. And I was like, all right, Grandma, I'll have like one day in each of these places, so I'm probably not going to spend it having dinner with people that I didn't even remember where they lived. She's like, oh, your cousin so-and-so? I'm like, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know what these people are. I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm sure that, like, I met them when I was like 7.
Right.
At like, God knows whose family gathering or funeral or whatever.
We would have a plenty good time if we were forced to interact at some weird thing one day, I'm sure.
I know, they're all very nice people, and I shouldn't be rude about it, but I was kind of just exasperated with her. I was like, if you want to take a road trip, Grandma, let's talk about it. But this is my road trip, and all the itinerary has already pretty much been locked in. Which, I mean, we didn't even really have a plan. We made the plan while I was packing to move out of my apartment and, like, having a panic attack.
I think we were high.
Yeah, and I was like, let's not do any of the things I actually need to do. Let's make an itinerary for our road trip, because it's in a couple weeks and we should probably know where we're going. We were like, who do we know here? Who's there? Like, who do we stay with? Who are we going to get to see? And that's why we ended up going to Pittsburgh, because that was like totally out of the way. We were like, oh, well, if we go to Pittsburgh, then it's not that far to Iowa, and then from Iowa we can go to Montana, and then from Montana we'll go to Tacoma, and then maybe we'll stay in Seattle for like a couple days, maybe go to Portland or Corvallis or whatever, and then Montana again, because you can't avoid it. And then I was like, Minnesota, and then we don't know where tomorrow night is going to be, but hopefully somewhere cheap.
Yeah.
And then back in Boston.
I mean, your trajectory, I mean, it's the Midwest. We all know people in like any number of places. So if you end up somewhere convenient, I could call somebody.
I mean,
It's probably going to be like Ohio.
It's probably going to be Ohio.
I know people in Ohio.
No, and we know people in Ohio from Pink Door, but do we? Yeah. What is her name? She ran the discussion group. I don't even go to it.
One of the things that I
Why
skipped.
can I not remember her name? Was she one of the many Megans? No. I don't remember.
This is not important video blog wise. How long is this video blog? We've kind of ignored it.
So,
It's really just a recorded hangout session.
as of right now, it's 8 minutes and 16 seconds.
Okay, we should probably go then. Tomorrow we have less time to drive, which thank God, because I don't think I could do another 15-hour day in the next year if it was in a car. I'm probably going to end up working when I work, but that's another story. But we're going to enjoy our beers and probably be increasingly more silly.
It's Minnesota. I can offer beers.
And I think it might be drizzling outside, so we're going to listen to the rain, and it's going to be really Midwestern.
Especially Midwestern, right?
Bye!